A new way to monitor sleep disorders. Millions of Americans suffer from sleep disorders, but a visit to a sleep clinic may make your quality of sleep even worse. A team of researchers from MIT has developed a device that can monitor sleep patterns without requiring the subject to be attached to any sensors. Monitoring sleep disorders usually requires attaching electrodes and sensors to patients, which can further disrupt the quality of sleep. A new method developed by MIT researchers involves broadcasting radio frequency signals toward a person, while the signals are also reflected back to the receiver. The captured radio signals are then studied by a deep learning algorithm that can determine the sleep stages a subject is going through. The researchers say they also plan to conduct further studies on the impact diseases such as Parkinson's or Alzheimer's have on sleep. This is why sleep is important. Sleep tight if you don't want to get Alzheimer's. A new study shows that even a single bad night's sleep could raise levels of a protein that may lead to clogs in the brain and result in dementia. Amyloid beta and tau are two proteins in the brain that are naturally produced but can cause clogs and tangles in the brain. The proteins are cleared away when the body enters slow-wave sleep. Experiments have shown amyloid levels increase by about 10%, with tau levels also increasing after slow-wave sleep is disrupted for just a few consecutive nights in a row. Amyloid beta protein levels in excess of 10% could cause amyloid plaques that lead to dementia. Meanwhile, the increase of tau could cause tangles in the brain that lead to Alzheimer's disease. More than 5 million Americans have Alzheimer's disease, and many more others are expected to develop the disease as the population ages. There is currently no cure or treatment for the disease.
Woman goes bald in her sleep from hair pulling disorder. Tarnay Menzies' long hair used to be her pride and joy. She even went so far as to nickname it her crowning glory. But the 19-year-old woman started losing her hair in October last year. Originally, Menzies thought her hair was shedding, like a dog, but would often wake up in mornings with a burning sensation in her scalp and long strands of hair on her pillow and entwined between her fingers. She eventually realized she was tearing out her own hair in her sleep. Initially, her GP checked her for alopecia, which is a type of hair loss where the body's immune system mistakenly attacks hair follicles. But Menzies' GP finally diagnosed her with trichotillomania. Sometimes associated with depression or severe anxiety, trichotillomania is an impulsive disorder where sufferers have the compulsive urge to pull out their own hair. Sufferers can go after hair from their head, eyelashes, eyebrows, arms, legs, or hands. Basically any hair on their bodies. Menzies tried wrapping a scarf or shower cap around her mangled locks before going to bed, but would still wake up with a scarf or shower cap on the floor and hair all over her pillow. Menzies was finally forced to shave her head in an attempt to stop, which she says has given her a sense of relief. Sleepless in Taiwan, film student causes crash. It's pretty typical that college students pull all-nighters, whether it's because of tests or because of a project that just needs a little bit more work. Burning the midnight oil is just normal. Last week in Taiwan, 2 film majors pulled an all-nighter while filming in Changhua, located in western Taiwan. On the drive back to Taipei in a covered truck loaded with all their gear, the driver apparently dozed off. All it ever really takes is a second. The loaded truck clipped the tail of a black van, spinning it across the highway before plowing into the back of a white sedan. The white sedan and the loaded truck rolled off the side of the highway, and the truck tipped over onto its side, pinning the sedan. The drivers and the passengers of all 3 vehicles were all fine, albeit a little shook up. Police said that drivers who are sleep-deprived are very similar to drunk drivers and suggest that next time the 2 students should ask a friend to drive or invest in a power nap or 2.
This robot pillow could be the key to a good night's sleep. A group of robotics and engineering students from the Netherlands have created a robot pillow, which they say improves sleep quality. The robot pillow, dubbed Somnox, is equipped with multiple high-sensitivity sensors and an artificial intelligence algorithm. The pillow can interpret whether the user is awake or in a deep sleep. The robot then uses the data to create a breathing rhythm that can induce the user to sleep within minutes. In the morning, the pillow emits a gradually increasing light to wake the user up. Somnox is still in the prototype phase, and it is not yet known when it will be available to buy.